Yeah, no. Oh, hey guys, sorry about that. Jocelyn here with part 3 of our book club series on John C. Maxwell's 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. Okay, so hopefully you guys are caught up with part 1 and 2. As you said, like I said, this is part 3. And part 3 is the law of process. So leadership develops daily, not in a day. All right, so here's a little story. This tiny woman, little woman, living in a tiny studio in Manhattan, New York, lives to be 101 years old, right? Living a great life, supposedly. She actually used to work at the IRS, and she was an auditor for them. Even having a law degree in her stature, she actually never got promoted, right? And she retires at 41 with only making $3,000 a year to live on. That is not that much, especially living in New York. Wow. So with that, she faces a few struggles. She kind of had to find it herself to kind of move forward. Now, with that in mind, she actually lived a very, very frugal life, which was kind of wise in her end. She didn't foolishly spend money elsewhere, but instead, she decides to invest the little money that she had into the stock market. Okay? So all in all, when she had left the earth, she actually leaves a huge, humongous estate to this university that was in New York City. So this estate, just to let you know, was well worth $22 million. Now I know what you're thinking. How in the hell did this lady, this tiny old lady, living off $3,000 a year, ends up making up $22 million? Kind of unheard of, right? Well, check this out. The secret to her success was that she spent her lifetime building wealth. All right? The stock market, as you know, guys, goes up and has ups and downs. But she didn't have this thought in mind thinking, oh, I think that's it. I think I'm done. Yeah, I'm going to cash out. I'm quit. Nope, that's it. No. Her mentality is like, you know what? I'm here for the long run. As she's earning dividends, right, the stocks that she had chose were actually growing. The money was coming in. But what most people would normally do, spend everything, she actually reinvests back into and turning that to more, right? So she spent her whole life building this wealth. Other people out there are worried about like, oh man, all the money's going to run out, at the end of their lives. But the longer she lived, the wealthier she became. Okay, so when it comes to finances, this tiny old woman, Miss Anne, understood and applied the law of process. Leadership is like investing, guys, okay? It compounds over time. It's going to grow. It'll duplicate. It'll grow. So becoming a leader is kind of like, it's like investing in the stock market, right? If you hope to make a fortune in one day, I don't think so. You're going to be unsuccessful that way. Right? What matters the most is what you do day by day and for the long haul, right? So the secret to success, guys, it's what is happening, what's found in your daily agenda, all right? If you continue to invest in leadership development, letting your assets compound, your assets grow, not your ass just sit, the inevitable result is growth over time, right? Some people kind of they use the excuse like, oh, that person's born to be a leader. You know what I mean? No, realize this, guys. Everybody has the capabilities to become one. The real question you should be asking is, are you willing to put in the work that is required to allow you to grow? All right? Yes, everyone has different giftings, natural giftings that they have. We all have strengths and weaknesses, in many different areas, but the ability to lead is really just a collection of skills which can be learned and improved, but the process doesn't happen overnight, okay? So leadership is full of different things, okay? There's respect, experience, emotional strength, people skills, discipline, vision, momentum, timing, and much, 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 much more. So, but the thing is, like, you into playing that leadership, it's all tangible, it's reachable, it's attainable, okay? It's possible. It's nothing out of your reach. All right? Leaders require so much seasoning to be effective. What do I mean by that? Some things you got to let marinate when you're cooking, right? You can go make some really juicy barbecue. You're going to let that soak just a little bit. All that juice is going, and then it's going to be good in the end. I'm thinking about food. I'm hungry. But anyways, leaders are learners, okay? Leadership capability, okay. Leadership is a capacity to develop and improve the skills that distinguish leaders from followers. Like I said, successful leaders are learners. You know, in that learning process, it's ongoing, okay? The result of self-discipline and perseverance. The goal each day, guys, your goal each day is to get a little better than you were yesterday, okay? Grow by an inch, right? How do you run a mile, right? An inch, one foot or the other. Boom, boom, boom. You can't just be fumbling and skipping steps, no. So within that, there's 4 different phases of growth in leadership. Phase 1, I don't know what I don't know. What I don't know, basically, right? Most people fail to recognize that what the value of leadership is, okay? They believe that leadership is only for a few. The only people that are at the top already at that corporate ladder or already fall into that place. No. Opportunities are passing you by every single day when you don't learn how to lead. I'm going to say that one more time. Opportunities are passing you by when you don't learn how to lead. We don't learn to lead. Okay? As long as a person doesn't know, he doesn't know what he don't know, and you're not going to grow. That's what he says. Okay? So phase 2, I know what I don't know. So at some point in your lives, you're going to be thrown into a leadership position and only realize, I ain't got anybody follow me, right? But it's a great thing. It's a great thing because when you realize what you need to learn, that's when the process can start so you can learn. Because let's say you have a destination. How do you know where you're going to go if you don't know where you're starting from? Right? You got to learn where you're starting from. When you book a flight, you know what I mean? Okay, where you want to go? I want to go to New York. Where are you flying out of? I don't know, Los Angeles, California. Okay, here's your ticket. All right. So, and when you're in that state, then you know it's possible. So to be conscious that you are kind of ignorant to the facts, that's a great step of knowledge that you're going to attend. So start gathering resources. Start learning from them. Okay, during this time in the book, John has this idea, right? He has this great idea to follow leaders. And check this out. He offers to pay them $100. Okay, he's like, hey, I got $100 for you. You got an hour of my yeah, can I have an hour of your time? That's basically what he said. He followed them out just for 1 hour, right? Great concept. Right? Who are you plugging into? People's times are valuable, you know what I mean? But his idea pays off. Why? He learned so many insights that he wouldn't been able to learn anywhere else during that time period. So it was worth the investment, right? Okay. So phase 3, I grow, I know, it starts to show. So when you recognize your lack of skill, but you begin that daily discipline of personal growth and leadership, anything can happen from there. Exciting things are going to happen. Things are going to, that's when things kind of start whoop, grow. So during this, he actually goes into teaching a seminar, right? So he's speaking. He looks to his right. He sees this young dude taking notes, oh man, sitting at the edge of his seat. Oh, just hungry, right? He says, hey, young man, why don't you stand up? He stands up in front of the guys, right? He said, wow, your hunger for knowledge, wow, you're going to be a great leader. That's what basically he was saying to him. And he says, make the decision to become a lifelong learner of leadership. Read books, listen to audios, go to live events or seminars to develop regularly, guys, regularly. Not just a one-time thing. You got to keep plugging in. What are you feeding your mind? Because if you don't feed your mind good stuff, there's a guarantee that it's going to get cluttered with all this crap flooding around. TV, commercials, Lyndon Jones's, things that just are useless, things that are not helping you take you to that next level, that are just junk, that is there to brainwash you your time to keeping you from your dreams and goals. Think about that. Where is your time spent? What are you doing every single day? Are you taking a step closer to your dreams or are you not? Are you staying in the sidelines? All right? And you're going to hear things, right? So whenever you come across a golden nugget, you're like, damn, of truth, or a significant quote or something like that. We're all searching for that. You're going to file that away. for that future, because you never know. It's like what we're doing here, right? I'm throwing seeds left and right to see what's going to grow. But you got to learn what's in your soil. You got to kind of like pick out this weeds and these blocks and see what's there that you don't want. But anyways, that's a little subject. Okay. So the secret to success in life is to be actually also ready when it comes. What are you preparing yourself? If not, you know what I mean? Like I said, opportunities are passing you by every single day, but are you ready to receive them? Most of you guys are just trying to I want to happen now, but no, you don't. You're not where you need to be to get to that next level. You know what I mean? You can't just skip ahead. So phase 4, I simply go because what I know. During phase 3, this is when you learn to be an effective leader, but that's when you have to kind of think about your every move. Am I making eye contact? Am I smiling? Is my posture there? Oh my God, I'm a little bit nervous. Where were my notes? You know what I mean? You're thinking you have to like kind of play to win. You're learning that stuff. But the great thing is, by the time you get to phase 4, your ability to lead becomes automatic. It just happens. It just flows because of everything just kind of flows out of your mouth. You become you and one to be as a leader. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what it is. It's going to pay off over time. But the only way to get there is to obey the law process and pay the price. So in order for you to lead tomorrow, you got to learn today. All right. So what do you do in discipline or in a consistent basis is going to get you to achieving any goal that you have or desire and want. You know, it's going to take dedication to become a great leader. No matter where you're starting from, you can get better. So champions, guys, look, champions they don't become champions in the ring. No. That's where they're recognized, yeah. But if you really want to see where someone develops into a champion, you got to look into their daily routine. What are they doing every day? See, you can kind of plan out, make the perfect life plan or perfect scenario for you to go ahead, but when action comes and life kind of hits you, you're down to your reflexes. You know what I mean? And when that happens, you know what I mean? That's really going to show what you've been working on. All right? It's going to show if you cheated in the dark when you were practicing and reading, right? Right under the bright lights. So you got to prepare and train to be successful. And I'm going to leave it with you, this guys. If you want to be a leader, the good news is that you can do it. Everybody has the potential, but it isn't going to happen or accomplish overnight. It's going to require perseverance. And you absolutely cannot ignore the law of process. Leadership doesn't develop overnight. It's going to take a lifetime. All right, guys, I hope you find some good nuggets here and good insights. We'll see you at part 4. Thank you guys for watching.